Look, I think everyone would say that New Zealand can count themselves very unlucky to. The rain has come at a terrible time for them. Last night, after the day's play, there was still quite a lot of belief in our team that we've been in situations like this before and we've overcome them. So from a team perspective, we were still very driven in making sure that we do whatever it takes today to get through. But I think if you look realistically at the odds, New Zealand can count themselves very unlucky. They dominated us this test match and deserve to have a crack at us today. So I think it's a real fair assessment to say that we got saved by the rain. Yeah, I think it's important that you'll have to find a way to do it, whatever your style of play is. I was extremely motivated yesterday when I went out to bat. I remember saying to JP that I'm gonna block for 2 days here, and batting with Quinny, obviously you can't expect him to do exactly the same because he possibly will get out doing something like that, but he'll put pressure back on the opposition by scoring runs quickly. So yeah, the two of us, I think if New Zealand got a wicket early doors, it would have been tough for us to get through that. But certainly when the two of us are still there, anything would have been possible. Definitely, I think this series has been almost a what ifs. The first test would have been a great finish. Today would have been very exciting, and it's all basically come down to a test match in Wellington, where New Zealand had one bad session, similar to what we had yesterday with a bat. And that determines the outcome of a test series. So you feel like, even after this match, you feel like there should have been more, there possibly could have been more, because the two teams are playing some competitive cricket. And for most of the series, it's been 50-50. Yeah, very, very disappointed. I think as a whole series, we can look at the top six, the lack of hundreds, the lack of good starts that we had. You just be playing with your backs against the wall for most of the time as a batting unit. So that's a real concern for me. That's something we need to step up and be a lot better at. I've been saying for a while that we need more consistency from the top seven, and especially yesterday, as I said in the post match. For me, that 2 hours we had there was a real soft 2 hours. Obviously, I suppose there was a few tired bodies, but never ever can that be an excuse. We need to be really strong in those moments because the test series is on the line, and we knew that yesterday, if we could not give New Zealand anything, that today would be a lot easier to bat. The wicket was still good, and you could bat the whole day. So it was extremely disappointed yesterday's session for me, the way it happened. I think all of the dismissals were soft. There was not one of them that was a extraordinary ball from the New Zealand team. So that's something we'll address definitely, and speak about it and take ownership to it. Yeah, it's really been extraordinary. It's been to lift ourselves up from what has been a real challenge last year and disappointments in the series that we lost and played and how we played, to turn it around like we did has been extraordinary. It's been a real team effort, and everyone is at different stages in different sessions, in different series. Someone has put their hand up. I don't think there's been one guy that's been exceptional right through all of the year. Quinton's had a good year, but apart from that, I reckon all of us has put our hands up at different times. And when the team needed us most, there was someone always. And I've said it before, I think we've actually been lucky in that aspect, that our timing has worked out like that. That we've been saved by someone on the day. But I suppose that's what you need to do to be good teams. As I said, no, we didn't play great cricket, but we still won a series. And New Zealand, yeah, they played some good, especially Kane. I would like to just congratulate him on a good series. 200s out of 3 games is a great effort. And as I said before, if you can get Kane, that's half the battle. And once again, that proved this game. It does. It's a great effort. I mean, we had some real big challenges as a team. We wanted to get to number 2. We went just trying to get back to winning the odd series. Certainly when it happened, the first test match, the goal was to get back to number 2, and we had almost a roadmap of how we can get there and visualised getting there at the end of the season, and we are here today. So although I'm a little bit disappointed with this test match, it doesn't take away the the unbelievable achievements we had this year. I mean, Australia, to beat Australia in Australia is very tough. We know coming here is hard, and yeah, we've just been exceptional right through the year. So, a real good year for Test cricket.